turning on, I'm rolling. Whoa! 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 Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Hope you are having a fantastic day. It has been quite some time since I've had the time to make a full video for the channel. And right off the bat, I apologize. Kind of like last summer for all the people that are subscribed. This summer is the busiest time of the year for me. And now that the summer season is coming to a wind, I'm really excited to go back to a normal posting schedule with a lot of content with the C8 Corvette and the Ram TRX. There's some really exciting news coming to the channel for C8 Corvette squad, so look forward and stay tuned for that. But today's video is going to involve the 2021 Ram 1500 TRX, and it's not specific to the TRX. If things go well, I plan on doing this modification to the C8 Corvette. So I'll skip the usual intro where I ask for everyone to subscribe and leave a comment and, you know, these so on and so forth. And I'll dive right into today's video. We are going to be installing the EVC Throttle controller. And if you're not familiar with this, I've been very skeptical about this product. There's a couple companies that make similar products, like the Pedal Commander, and Banks has their version of it. But I just couldn't justify spending $400 for something that effectively doesn't gain any horsepower and is simply at best adjusting the throttle sensitivity. But I've heard tremendous things about it and I've always wanted to try it, and the reason why I went with EVC is the price. They all kind of do the same thing. They program the throttle, they make it more sensitive. But as opposed to $400 or $300, I believe was the price for the Pedal Commander, this thing is $200, and with a coupon code it was 160 bucks. Look around online, check out with them. The coupon that I used unfortunately has expired, but even at $200 it's a lot cheaper than the competition and it accomplishes the same thing. So I'm excited to find out what this product does. The idea behind it is most modern vehicles use a drive-by-wire throttle tech, so what that means is it's all electronical. There's nothing manual anymore. The 99 F350 did it based on the positioning of the physical throttle. Most of these modern vehicles, like the TRX and the C8, or really any modern car, relies more on the electronic sides of things. It uses a sensor to send a signal to the vehicle's computer that detects the pressure that's placed on the pedal, and that's what translates to acceleration. And what that results in, according to all these manufacturers that make this product, and a ton of reviews where people have said this is great, is this product eliminates the delay and the lag in that translation time between when you put your foot on the pedal to when the computer picks it up. At least that is what is advertised. I don't know if that's true or not yet. I have always been skeptical about it, but today we're going to find out whether this product holds tried and true. The TRX forum, great place for information around the TRX. A couple people have already installed this on the TRX and they've reported back that it's actually a really good change in driving dynamics. So I look forward to sharing this with everybody on the channel, including my real-time feedback. Opening the box up, you get instructions. We'll go through that in a second. You also get this little kind of control module that allows you to change between the various settings. We'll go over what all those options are as well. And then you get your harnesses that you're plugged into. It's supposedly a really easy install. I'll double check the instructions and walk through some of it. I'll try to show it the best that I can, but the idea is that there is a connector from the pedal going to the ECU, and we're going to intercept that with one harness on each side going to our override controller that's going to adjust that sensitivity. And I'll link this product in the description in case anybody is looking for one. So you can see here, this is the gas pedal. The voice is going to sound very muffled, but that's the connector right there. That's what we're going to plug into. So this middle portion is the override module, and then you have your two harnesses. One side's going to plug into the pedal and the other side's going to plug into the harness going to the ECU, and then the other wire is just going to run down to our controller. Between the harnesses extension and the controller's extension, they give you a lot of leeway if you want to mount this somewhere special. Thankfully able to use the running board as a little assistant today. The clip comes out pretty easy. You just want to pull this back on the factory controller and then it slides right out. Then this side is going to snap down onto the top of the pedal and you're going to push this back in, and then this is going to plug into the top connector, and then that piece is going to slide in as well. Unfortunately, I'm a one-man show, so I can't show it up in the pedal area, but it's pretty straightforward and the instructions kind of explain it really well. So you can see here I swapped out the connectors. You have the override module and they give you two zip ties, so just find a good place to zip tie the module up to. Now with the wire run up, again, they give you so much extra wire. Just snap into place the connector to this control module and then place it wherever you feel comfortable. For now, I'm just going to put it in the cup holder over here and take it for a spin. The manual outlines some of the settings that need to be made in case you have an automatic versus a manual. In terms of mode, you have the factory mode, which gives you the stock throttle response. You have ultimate mode, which gives you up to 9 adjustable settings. Anywhere from 1 to 9, you can dial up how much intensity you want. And then they have an economy mode, which which kind of dials it down a little bit. I have heard on the forums that the economy mode helps with fuel economy, but I think that varies based on driver, because again, this does not add a drop of horsepower. And then auto kind of adjusts itself based on your driving habits and your driving styles at the time. Again, I'm probably going to try this on 9 and then go full send from here. Turning on, I'm rolling. Whoa, 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 that is different for sure. I am just lightly touching the throttle and it just took off. It's got a little leeway. I mean, just the slightest touch of the throttle is the same effect as what full throttle would have been, and it's very instantaneous. There's no lag time. So rolling up the windows, obviously there's no horsepower gains to be had. You can tell there's no like more power, but it's a little bit quicker in terms of reaction time. The truck picks up a little faster. From the time I hit the pedal to when I can feel the RPMs just revving all the way up. So really, I think like half throttle to full throttle is all the same. It's not adding horsepower, it's just making it so the truck is full throttle much sooner. And it can send that command for full throttle quicker electronically than my foot can press down on the pedal. I love it. Now I do take it back when I said, ooh. Now I do take it back that I'm not running this in 9 all the time, because trying to get it just to slowly lurch forward is near impossible on this sensitivity setting. But yeah, I think maybe 5 or 6. I'll play around with this as time progresses and kind of give you guys an update on the Instagram feed. But yeah, I don't think 9 as a daily driver setting. It completely throws you back in your seat. And just like that, we are back. It's been about a week since I installed this. Obviously, I'm a little bit more energetic now that I have a little bit of experience with it. I can talk about it a little bit more and maybe put a little bit more insight behind this and its competitive products. And so right off the bat, is it something I think everyone should buy? I absolutely think it is if you are behind and driving the wheel of a performance-oriented vehicle. I think this adds a little bit more pep to the step, and it gives it a little bit more customization that makes it more fun to drive. The usual Jump Squad auto smoke test is if it's on the ordering guide of, say, any vehicle that you're buying, is it a box that you're going to check? Especially something that's performance oriented. If this EVC throttle controller or something to its effect was an option on the ordering guide, would I check it for $200 or less? And the answer is absolutely 100%. And that's coming from somebody that's been skeptical about this product. Unfortunately, there's no good way of showing it in the video. It's one of those things where you have to really drive it. Me pressing the gas pedal without anyone being able to see how far I pressed it and my response and reaction to it gets old really fast. But the one thing I want to add to this video, something I haven't seen in any other review video around this or similar products, obviously out of the box, no horsepower gains, no torque gains. Now, having spent about a week with this product, I think I know a little bit more about what the allure behind it is and what it's really doing. It's not even necessarily eliminating any lag that's electronical. What it is eliminating is, let's say that I have no pressure on the throttle, and in stock configuration, if I go from no pressure to 100% pressure, X is the amount of time my physical foot is going to take to put that pressure down on the pedal. What this controller is doing is, imagine 20% of the foot pedal and the latter 80% of the throttle pressure is electronically fed to the ECU by this override module. So the time that it takes my foot to press 20% plus the remaining 80% of the throttle is always going to be more than my foot pressing 20% of the throttle, and then this module overriding the remaining 80% electronically will always be faster than what my foot's going to do. And adjust that 20 to 80 based on what the actual numbers might be between settings 1 through 9, but you get the idea that my foot will never be able to do it as fast as the ECU and the override module can interact with one another, and that's your real gain. So you're only talking a split second, but it's a worthwhile split second because it gives you some customization, it gives you some really cool throttle experience, and it's very touch and go. So hopefully that gives everybody a better idea of what this product does and why, for me, $160 is well worth it. I think even the $210 price, if you can't find a coupon code, is still well worth it. And so as always, I'm not paid in any way. I have a small channel. No one's paying me anything to advertise anything. So I'm not doing this for any other reason than sharing my genuine opinion. And I really think this product is well worth the price. So just based on the experience with the TRX, I've already gone ahead and ordered it for the C8. I'll kind of share some of that in some other video around the C8. I'll plug it in somewhere. I won't make a dedicated video for that one. But if you have a TRX, I genuinely think you should get this product. If you have a C8, I think I'm going to enjoy it really well, just like I enjoyed in this. I mean, even if you have a Fiat, then I don't think you need this product. You need a new car, but when you get a new car, you can probably get this product and get a little bit more fun out of the vehicle. Another benefit of it is again, that 9 setting is definitely not something you want to daily drive with. 4 to 5 is where I found the sweet spot. But if you set it to 9 and you're going on a long highway cruise and you're like me who doesn't like to use cruise control, you can set it to 9 and you're really lightly touching the pedal, no pressure on your ankles. And it holds a much better speed at lower throttle pressure, which makes for a little bit better of a highway cruising experience as well. But just like that, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. It helps this channel grow, it helps it get recommended to more people, so I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to help out a little bit more, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. Check out some of the other videos, a lot of cool content on there, a lot of cool content to come. And with that said, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and as always, until the very next one, I will see you all in the comment section below.